Well, last night I was ready to write this reel off, but today I've changed my mind a little bit, and I'm going to see if there's anything I can do to get this thing, get the spool straightened, shaft straightened on this, and see if we can't get this reel running again. I may not be able to get it perfect, but I think I can get it a lot better than it is. Depending on how this spool shaft is bent, whether or not I can get to it easily. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, it does definitely look... Oh, yeah, it's bent. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this spool into my drill and tighten it down on the opposite side so that I can see what's going on this side. Let's see what we got. There's the bend. That's what's causing the grief. So what I got to do is try to figure out a way to very carefully and very gently bend that back the other way. And I think we're going to start off by sitting it on this board like this. Okay. And then I'm going to very slowly rotate this around until I can get the bend facing up. Right there. Okay. Okay, with that in that position, I'm going to try with a plastic mallet to see if I can bend that down slightly. There's the up. Okay, that technique isn't working, so I'm going to try a different one. Okay. And now then, like that, and see. I've already got it better than it was. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it was. All right, looks like it's about 4/1000ths out of alignment. So we're going to see if I can do something to improve that. I'm not sure if this idea is going to work. I'm not a machinist, folks. But what I'm going to try to do is get this to go back into alignment. All right. What I've done to true this up is I drilled a hole using this drill bit in this piece of wood right here, right there, and then I chucked up this spool and I stuck it in that hole and then cranked up the drill at high speed. And if you look at it now, it no longer seems to be out of round, does it? Okay, we're going to try it out and see if it'll work. I'm going to clean up this mess off the bench first. All right, we're going to go ahead and see about putting this back together now. And we'll oil this. And we're definitely going to oil this end where it was in the board. Slide this in like so. And then we're going to see if we can't get this side to line up here with all these holes and screws. Well, for the last several days now, I've been working on trying to get this spool shaft trued back up. And I've done all kinds of things. You guys have been following along. I've been filming some of it. But what I have found is I can tell if it's true or not by sliding the other end into the bushing and giving it a spin. Okay? If it spins pretty well that way, it should spin pretty well the other way. We put this side in and turn it and look. So I still don't have it quite trued up yet. So we got to see what I can do about that. And my thought process is to take and drill a hole into this piece of walnut and mount this in the drill and see if driving this down into it will kind of help balance it out. We're going to find out. Yeah, it's still very crooked like that. And I didn't do a very good job of drilling that hole. That hole's sideways, so I need a much straighter hole. I probably ought to put it on my drill press, but I didn't. Let's try again. Yeah, that looks much straighter. So we're going to try this and see what happens. Okay, and we're going to line that up in the hole like so. All right, let's see if that did me any good. Nah, we're still out of balance. And I keep trying different things, and so far I haven't found a way to get this guy balanced out. I mean, that helped. It's better. And maybe if I went with a smaller hole that fit tighter, maybe. I think this is the drill bit I just used. Yeah. Just really trying to find a good way to get that straightened out the rest of the way. Thought about trying to put it in my lathe, but I don't know that that's going to help anything. I can clamp it down over here, but I still don't have any support out here on this end. And it really needs to go into something a little. I don't have a. What I need, I think, is a block of brass, and I really don't think I have any. All right, I've got a new idea I'm going to try. I'm going to try, well, I'll take you outside and show you. All right, here's my plan. What I'm trying to do is drill a hole in the end of this bolt, and I'm going to use that bolt to hopefully try to straighten this spool up. Probably should be using a little cutting oil, but I think that's okay. Okay, I forgot to film that one. I put the bolt in the. What I did is I put the bolt in this side, and I lined them up, and I ran it, and I overheated it, and thus I have a groove in the end of this right now. Yeah, but I did sand it down. It's perfectly smooth, but if you check, you'll see I've still got just a little bit out around, but nothing compared to what it was. So I think it's going to work. So we're going to find out. I'm going to take this out, take it in, and put it in and see what happens. All right, I'm back inside now. Let's take a look at how this works. Let's see. Let's spin this side. Okay. Let's spin this side. Yeah. I think we might be in business. Okay, also, I did super glue this bushing in because it kept popping loose while under assembly. So I went ahead and I super glued it in. And let's find out what happens now when we put this guy together. Let's go ahead and oil this side. And we're going to oil this side. Let's set this back in. And see if we can get it to line. Oh, wrong side. No wonder you're doing, okay. Now we'll come back and put this side back on. We'll give it an extra shot of oil, because I did clean that real well with some acetone, trying to make all the bad stuff go away. We still got one screw here. We'll use that one as our pilot screw. Okay, get that lined up in that hole right there, and let's get this started. Oh no, let's take them all back out. What did I forget? The trim ring. Okay. Something like so. And lined up in the holes. And again, we'll start that center one first. Okay, now tighten the rest of them by hand. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. Okay, so far it looks pretty good. Let's see what happens when we put the bushing cap back on. This is where it got bad every time before. Oh! Okay, I've got it tightened down to where there's no slide. Back it off until there's just a hair of back and forth. And let's see what we got. Oh my! We've gone from a fail to a victory. Okay. Uh-oh. We were. What happened? Something's happening. Let's tighten this up just a hair. Okay. It says we're hitting. What are we hitting on? Okay. Let's adjust this screw back out a little bit to there. Okay, and then bring this back in. Okay, flip it down. All right, let me see if I got a handle for this. All right, I'm back. I've got a bag of handles here that I've collected or gotten from my dad, actually. He collected them. And we're gonna see if this big red knob handle will fit on this. It looks to be about the same. Oh, man. I could make it fit by gently filing this out. There it goes. Okay. All right. Let's put this screw in. All right, let's try the drag. Okay, tighten it down a little more. Yeah, you can definitely tighten down those metal drag washers. They're pretty tight. Okay, loosen them up. All right. So, we're going to move the Sears Trolling Reel 6.41242 from a fail to an operational reel now that we've fixed the spool. And I'm hoping that I filmed enough of what I did to get that spool trued up again to make it a coherent video. And for now, that's Rick Stivers with Young Martin's Reels, signing out.